into the Vancouver music scene when I moved out here. I think I was 18 years old. So before the bar sort of thing, but I ended up getting into the bourbon. Back in that day, it was the place to be for rock and roll bands. You had Fighting for Ithaca, you had Centisphere, Rose Alarm. All these bands were amazing. Started talking to them, how they got started. Just ended up on Craigslist looking for musicians. Got into a few projects that never really got off the ground. Yeah, just started playing around. When it comes to the Vancouver scene, I think it's a really exciting time right now because you have people like Ep.9 Productions who are putting together shows in the same genre and not just billing bands together for the sake of these bands are available. So you're getting those awesome punk rock shows, you're getting these metal shows and the 80s sounding rock and roll, which is sort of the genre we're into. So they build us with bands like Aviator Shades, Mary's Guns, Dead City Scandal, who puts on an amazing show too. So it's really fun to play those 80s sounding rock and roll, the dirty balls to the wall shows in Vancouver. And that sound's actually really taking a place and taking a hold in the Vancouver scene. Back in the day, which makes me sound really old, but back in the day it was the bourbon and it was that really good rock, and you see it kind of change and it's come out to be sort of that generic rock and roll. A lot of the bands, Nickelback sounding, which isn't a bad thing, there's a place for everything, but that's what the scene sort of became. But now in the present, you're getting these different genres that are really appreciated from all the fans, and I think that's because you have people like Ep.9 Productions putting those shows together, doing it genre-based. I think the competitions around Vancouver are great for exposure and that sort of thing. Queen Cobra was in Vancouver's 25 Best Bands of Vancouver this year. The Cellar Launch project is going really great, and it's awesome for the exposure. My thought on bands competing is it's kind of a family where all the bands in the Vancouver scene should support each other and really support each other at the shows and bring all their fans out. The show starts at 8 o'clock. Be there for the 8 o'clock band. So I think sometimes the competitions are really causing bands to compete, but there's other bands that just come in and grasp it as a family and support the other local bands. I'd like to see the scene become more LA, because if you think about it, there's a lot of people and bands moving down to LA to kind of further their career, but all the amazing bands are up here in Vancouver. You can go to a show any night of the week and find a new band who's just doing something that nobody else has done, and there's no need to take that move down to LA. And it's just, I'd like to see people coming up here to discover these bands. My name's Brianne Atkinson from Queen Cobra, and I am a Vancouver musician. So Queen Cobra just recorded their brand new EP, Dirty on the Floor, which is available. You can contact us in many ways. We're on Facebook.com/Queen Cobra Band. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. So any of those ways, feel free to contact us. We'll be sure to get a copy